I wanted to share something that truly changed my life in just 30 days. And that is journaling. This method of journaling that's like changed my life entirely. I'm no longer writing just to remember. I'm writing to manifest. What is up, you guys? My name is Jayne. I'm a singer turned content creator, and I am on a mission to inspire anybody else who is looking to live a life of creativity and pursuing their dreams, no matter how old they are. And if that sounds like something that interests you, I highly recommend that you follow me on all socials. And I'm just happy to be here along with you on your own journey. I've always had a calling to journaling. There's just something about journaling that I've always loved. Like even when I was a kid, there used to be these like Dear Diary electronic digital diaries. Till this day, I digital journal. So I used to write in a notebook journal. However, I stopped using a notebook journal because I just kept losing it. I was afraid that like if I had a physical journal, anyone could find it. Like if I bring it to travel or something, if I leave it at a hotel, like there's just so many more chances for it to get lost. And so I've stopped writing in a physical journal. All of my journaling is done online. I used to use Tumblr as my journaling platform, but I have since moved to Google Docs. So now I've been using Google Docs for a few years now, since 2022, I believe. And it's just done wonders for me. And I wanted to share it with you. One of the things that I used to do before, just unknowingly, right? I used to write in my journal as a way to recollect what happened in the day, to write down how I'm feeling so that I could look back and remember what I did, just memories that I wanted to keep. And also just as like a therapeutic thing where I could tell my journal anything and everything. Right? Like where I could just be 100% completely honest. And I did that for many, many years. But what I think has changed recently, this method of journaling that's like changed my life entirely. I'm no longer writing just to remember. I'm writing to manifest. I'm writing to plan for the future. I'm writing to admit to myself what it is that I truly want unapologetically. It's just changed everything for me. And I wanted to be able to do it 30 days straight. So I have skipped a few days here and there. I wasn't really journaling regularly. What finally got me to journal every day was feeling kind of guilty that I only journaled when I had something to vent about. And I didn't want to just keep writing down the things that weren't going well. And that's what I realized I was doing. I didn't want to complain to everybody else. And so I would just complain in my journal. I started listening to a bunch of other creators talking about their experience with journaling and other self-help type content. I realized that they're the most successful people journal about what they want out of life, not what's happened, not, gossip or whatever, like what I used to do. They really talked about what they wanted out of life. So I was just like, I don't want to just write when I'm feeling down. I need to just write every single day. And when I have nothing to vent about, then I should, in essence, be writing about things that I'm grateful for, things that I want to materialize in this life. And so I started doing that. I started using my journaling as a form of meditation. So I used to try to meditate like 30 minutes a day, 15 to 30 minutes a day. And ever since I started journaling, I've actually shortened my meditation time to about 5 minutes a day. And then the rest is journaling. Sometimes I'll journal for 25 minutes. Sometimes I'll journal for an entire hour. Just depends on like how I'm feeling. One of the other things that really got me to start journaling every day was this book called The Artist's Way. And Dochi talks about this book quite a bit, where she said that it changed her life completely as well. One of the first things that The Artist's Way tells you to do is to do morning pages. And this is writing at least 3 pages every day. Since I digitally journal, I can't really tell what 3 pages is. So my rule is I have to journal for at least 30 minutes a day. I don't know if it's 3 pages or not, but I force myself. I don't want to say force. Force is not the right word, but I allow myself to write freely for 30 minutes. And I kid you not, ever since I started journaling this way, where I just write unapologetically every single day, things, I swear, are moving so fast. When I started journaling, I was in this transition phase of kind of accepting that I don't want to necessarily say veering away from music, but I am embracing this kind of content creator role a lot more than just my music. So before I would just focus on music. I'm a singer. That's how I identified. But now I'm finding so much more joy in just being myself. No longer myself as a singer, but just myself as a whole. And so I started shifting my content a little bit from focusing solely on music to now just focusing on me and what I'm doing and everything. So I wrote this in my journal and I said, I really wanted to focus on this shift, this mindset shift of being and feeling worthy enough to just simply exist, to get paid, to share the things that I love, to be paid for me. And it sounds so weird to say, and there is still a little bit of hesitation there, if I'm being completely honest, but I allowed myself to write it out and just like kind of talk it out with myself, with the higher powers that be, with my journal, that I'm just feeling so called to pursue this life of just creating content of what I love outside of just music. And somehow, some way, through this, we were able to join a TikTok competition. We ranked 155 on the Talent League. And we've just had all these crazy coincidences happen that just keep lining up. And I really do feel like that is the universe rearranging itself to guide me towards this path that I am writing about. And there's just something so special about writing down the things that you want to make it happen, because thinking about it is not enough. Thinking about the things that you want in your mind, you may think is like, oh, well, I know in my heart that that's what I want. I think about it all day long. It's like, yes, but the minute that you allow yourself to put what you want into physical form and materializing it into this physical world by writing it out, by putting it visually on a screen or writing it in a notebook, that is the first step to the manifestation, for it to live here versus in here. It's just so crazy to see, just how everything just happens to work itself out. The minute that you allow yourself to admit that this is something that you want, and once you have materialized it into this world. I've been doing this now for 30 days straight, and already, just in that time frame alone, when I said that I wanted to become more of a content creator, I wanted to start doing more food content, I somehow, some way got connected with a food influencer, and I got to learn from her. I got to learn how she operates and how to be a good influencer. This connection did not exist prior to me writing this down. And it's insane because now I have landed my own partnerships all on my own ever since I just owned that this is what I want to do. And it's just so amazing. I cannot advocate enough for journaling every single day. It is literally like the least that you could do for yourself. This is your time to truly sit down and think about what you want and then put in the effort of writing it out, articulating it in sentences, and you could see it. You're putting in the energy to write this out. And so if there's any kind of resolution that I would highly recommend for somebody to pursue in 2026 or any other year, whenever this finds you, it's to journal. It may feel a little weird at first. You might not really know what to write about, but like the minute that you just get your senses going, you start, journaling, writing, typing, however you want to put this out into the universe, it becomes addicting. I'm not even gonna lie. Now I feel so weird when I don't journal. Like I feel unfulfilled, and I'm so grateful to have found this practice because it's so simple. It's such a simple thing to do. All you got to do is set aside that time, and I promise you, if you do that, just watch what kind of magic will happen when you do. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this content, I would really love it if you follow. I talk about this stuff all the time on my lives and on my streams as well. I stream every single day on TikTok, and we also stream on Twitch. And so if you just want a cozy place to hang out on the internet, that is really what I'm trying to provide to those who want it. So come see me. I stream at 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. every day on TikTok, unless I'm doing something that I'm not allowed to stream at. And I stream every Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch. Sometimes we have to change it up though, just depending on what we got going on TikTok. And now I'm trying to be here every week on YouTube. So if you like this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe and let me know if journaling is a part of your practice. And if not, do you plan on making it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to keep in touch. And hopefully this helped you out. I love you so much. I'll see you somewhere on the internet. Till next time, I love you. Bye.